So we are now in Iceland, and Iceland is a country with an interesting plate tectonic story. I'll tell you it's different than California's. California, remember, is a transformed slide-by boundary that's made the San Andreas fault line, and Iceland is a completely different plate tectonic story. It is actually a country that is dominated by hydrothermic features, hot water features, and magma's very close to the surface. Lots of volcanic activity there. And so you guys have already put Iceland on the world map, and some of you may have noticed that it's actually right in the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. Now it's far north, but it is along this place we know already called the Mid-Ocean Ridge. And so you don't have to do this, but I hope that you'll give it a try. I put this template for you to print, but if you don't have a printer, this would be really easy just to make on a piece of scrap paper. And so what I've already done is I've colored two columns, orange then yellow, green then blue, and I'm going to show you how to cut these out. Now you also will notice that above where it says slit A, I've written North America, and if you're making one you do this too, and beneath slit C I've put Europe. So now to make the model, I'm actually going to cut it into two parts. So let's start with the slits. These slits are, this is actually going to be the ocean floor. So North America here, Europe here, that means Iceland would be right smack dab in the middle. Now, these slits, I'm going to cut them, but not all the way through, just making a hole within them. And again, this is the Atlantic Ocean. See those slits? All three spots, representing the ocean floor of the Atlantic. Now, what I'm going to do with the colored part is I'm actually going to cut these into two columns. So you can do this right along with me. And of course, if you need time to color, you certainly can do that. Just pause me. So I've cut out the colored boxes and then cut right down the middle. Now the final thing that you'll need is a piece of tape. So I have my tape dispenser here, and you'll notice that I've matched my colors. So I've got the yellows touching the oranges touching yellows, greens, and then blues. And I'm going to put a piece of tape like this so that when I unfold it, we have a long strip. Okay, now that you have your model made, if you decided to do it right along with me, there went my husband. He's going to the basement to play video games. Anyway. Now you're going to take your Atlantic Ocean floor, okay, and watch what happens. I come up under, and see how I still have my colors touching, and then the blue comes out. Then a little while later, the green comes out and pushes the blue away. Then time would pass, a little bit of time would pass. The yellow would come out and push the green and the blue away. And then finally, the orange would come out. Now your question might be, what about slit A over here by North America and slit C? Well, some of you may have been predicting this. Notice what happens. The ocean floor starts to sink under at the continents. So if you made this along with me, oops, this is what yours should look like now. Just like that. Okay, and that's how the Mid-Ocean Ridge at Iceland operates. Now you have 8 questions to really consider. Some of them are tough. See what you can do.